Ford, General Motors, Chrysler, the Supremes, the Temptations, and Stevie Wonder, all world-famous products of Detroit, Michigan. But along with music and automobiles, the city has produced legendary champions of the ring, Joe Louis and Thomas Hearns. Tonight, we find ourselves in Auburn Hills, a suburb of Detroit, which will play host to former undisputed heavyweight champ Mike Tyson, primed for his first U.S. appearance in almost exactly 1 year. A very busy and curious night of boxing just ahead as we run down tonight's card, a main event that features the matchup between two of boxing's most notorious heavyweights, Mike Tyson and Andrew Golota.
I'm just looking forward to this. This is going to be real good for me.
We're going to knock Golota out. Knock him cold out.
I didn't come to this town to lose.
No, Mike, no, Mike. It's about me, man. It's all about Mike, man. That's the real deal. 6'5", 240, but to me, very, very small. He's over there laughing. We're up here laughing. Everybody laughing. This is serious stuff. We won't be laughing Friday.
And he's kind of big. He makes me nervous without his gloves and his shorts on. So if you ever try to intimidate me again, I'm going to implant a bullet in his motherfucking skull.
For tonight's main event, Tyson versus Golota, brought to you by Mike Tyson Boxing for the PlayStation. 42 knockouts. You're next. And coming up next, the main event. Two of the most controversial and enigmatic fighters in the heavyweight division set to go head-to-head. Mike Tyson versus Andrew Golota. We'll take you into the dressing room of the former undisputed heavyweight champ. Tyson treating Golota almost as an afterthought, in one breath saying this is his last fight, and another saying bring on Lennox Lewis for the title. Forget Holyfield. He's old news, and revenge is not a factor, even though deep down it has to be. But don't overlook David Tua. And as for tonight, Tyson says it'll last as long as it takes, in his words, to kill somebody. Mike watching a little too much wrestling.
Yes, once in my life, I'm just having a good time with this stuff. You know what I mean? I don't got to prove it. Everyone knows I can fight. Everyone knows what I'm going to do. Andrew Golota can't beat me. People say, well, his style's going to make him difficult. This style. No, it's not the style that matters. It's the morale behind the style that matters. It's the intention and the fierceness and the malice and the contempt, the hurt in this particular sport. I like tough guys. All the time in prison, I always ran these guys. They were tough. When they were in, they ain't tough. When they get confronted, they ain't tough. When I bring that pain to them, they ain't tough. My preeminence in this sport won't be overlooked. I won't allow it to be overlooked.
Mike Tyson, now so vilified, was once the most charismatic and celebrated fighter of his generation. But over the last 4 years, his career has been indelibly marred by controversies and inexplicable fouls.
Tyson showing desperation in fighting Holyfield 2 times. Look out now. More fighting in the ring after the end of the fight. And Tyson is just taking swipes at anybody in front of him.
Look at me. Look at me. I got to go home and my kids are going to be scared of me. Look at me, man.
Hey, Mike. Mike. Hey, wait. Come on, motherfucker. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on! All right, break!
Oh, and he hits him after the bell, and Norris goes down, and here we go again. Tyson hit Norris after the bell. A barrage by Tyson. The referee, John Coyle, steps between, and he continues. Coyle's trying to stop it.
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children.
Tyson's opponent, Andrew Golota, has not exactly earned himself a reputation as a choir boy either. His blatant low blows and enigmatic behavior were never more apparent than in his 2 battles against Riddick Bowe.
Oh, Golota's hitting below the belt. Golota again with low blows. So look at this. Bowe goes down. That's it. Golota's disqualified. Golota is absolutely unbelievable.
As they prepare for tonight's contest, both combatants hope their bout will not deteriorate into an embarrassing foul fest.
He should be very nice to me. He shouldn't initiate anything as far as any foul tactics or anything. I really hope he doesn't do that. I don't think he will.
I don't think he's dirty, you know. I don't think anybody's dirty, you know, in the ring. But the thing is, you know, he might lose his focus, you know, in the fights.
I don't want to get in a dirty fight with nobody. He doesn't want to get, I'm sure he doesn't want to get in a dirty fight with me.
I come to the fight, you know, whatever he does, whatever he starts, I'll finish, you know.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to wrestle with anybody. I'm going to land my fist on his face and his ribs.
And while we wait for the entrance of Andrew Golota, let's look at what we wanted to show you earlier, the weigh-in.
240. Yeah.
240 pounds. 240 pounds for Andrew Golota. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite to the scale from Catskill, New York, please welcome the two-time heavyweight champion of the world, introducing Iron Mike Tyson.
Tyson, 222.
222 pounds.
Crowd of better than 16,000 awaiting the entrance of Andrew Golota. And like many before him, a lot of people feel that Golota just won't be prepared for Tyson's speed and power. That's if he shows up.
I think that's something, Steve, that a lot of these heavyweights really do underestimate speed.
Yeah, and his wife, Mariola, who is a criminal attorney, is also anxiously awaiting her husband's entrance. I think, you know what happened? I think Tyson's people saw the last Golota fight with Orlin Norris and said, that's our man. Golota with a lot of support from the Polish community of Detroit and Chicago. Chicago about a 4.5-hour drive away. That, of course, is where Golota lives now, originally from Warsaw, Poland. And we'll see if Tyson is true to form and comes out swinging at the bell. Usually he hears the bell, takes a beat, then fires a haymaker. That's usually the drill. If so, will Golota, like Holyfield, fight back, or will he be terrified early, or will he unravel and resort to roughhouse tactics under pressure? We go back to the dressing room, still waiting on Andrew Golota to come out of there.
I wonder if there's a time limit.
Well, I'm sure if this thing goes on for a few more minutes, somebody will be banging on the door. Fans are growing restless out here. All right, now we got into the dressing room with the camera. They're just waiting. Well, we know Golota has certain skills above average. Would you say that, Bobby?
He has above average skills. He's a good athlete. He's big. He's mean. He's somewhat tough. And he can fight a bit.
But he's also been his own worst enemy. Is he capable of staying focused, fighting a clean, smart, solid fight on this big of a stage against a guy who can really provoke him?
You know, Steve, I'm not really sure that it matters. I think maybe he can for a short time, but I think eventually it's going to become such a war and it's going to be such a fight or die, do or die, that anything is possible.
They're trying to clear people away to make a path. There's Alcerto on the left, his colorful trainer. You'll see Golota momentarily. Here he comes. He does have a good chin. He can take a punch, but how will he react once he feels the power of Tyson? I mean, these aren't sparring partners simulating Tyson's left hook. He has been rocked by fighters who don't hit as hard as Tyson. Is that a point?
He reacted pretty well to Riddick Bowe's power, and he wound up on the floor, and he got back up, and he demolished Bowe to a great degree. He reacted pretty well to Michael Grant's, got up. He didn't react that well to Lennox Lewis's, and this Tyson power is an all-new kind of hurt.
And the people reacting as they see him up on the big jumbotron. The question is, how does he get Tyson's respect early?
Steve, there's no two ways about it. He has to come to Mike with a hard jab, and he's got to pop him, whether it's a left hook, a right hand, an uppercut. He has to sting Mike a little bit and let him know, oh, by the way, I'm going to be here a while, so don't get too confident. I have to tell you, Steve, just the thought of walking in the ring with Mike Tyson is a great rush. I mean, the best rush I ever had was jumping out of a plane in Skydive Phoenix. I enjoyed that, but fighting with Mike Tyson has to be an incredible rush. Right now, I wish I was Andrew Golota.
A lot of people feel that this may be akin to jumping out of a plane for Golota without a parachute.
Well, I don't think he's going to die. No, he could get hurt.
He did behave in his last fight. You recall a decision over Arlen Norris, but he was very cautious, Bobby, and plain dull. Can he take that same tact, that same approach, and be successful against a guy like Tyson?
That type of approach, that type of performance will get him annihilated and annihilated early. I don't think it's possible. He said he was hurt in that fight. He had some problems under his left arm by his rib cage. I don't think it's possible to fight anything even remotely close to that and survive, never mind win.
There's an explanation for Golota's tardiness. Let's get it from Jim Gray.
Well, there's been some controversy the last day and a half, according to the promoters of this fight, Tommy Hearns and Dan Goosen. Andrew Golota did not want to wear the Everlast gloves. He wanted to wear a different brand of gloves. He was not happy with the ones that were picked out for him by the commission that he had to select at the meeting. And up until the last minute, he had refused to put them on, and they finally convinced him to put them on and come out and fight. Steve?
Thanks, Jim. Everlast more of a boxer's glove.
I'll tell you what, I think that this glove is better for Golota and not as good for Mike. If I were Mike, I'd want the Rays. I'd want the power puncher's gloves. I don't understand it.
Let's go back to Jimmy Lennon Jr. to bring on Mr. Tyson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring to the music of Cash Money recording artist, Cash Money Millionaires. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the one and only Iron Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, you heard me?
Watch out! All right, we're going to do this for my homeboy, Mike Tyson! Blood, you know me, I don't need no introduction to this. Ride business, ride the city on bustin' this. I'm hanging wrist, breaking this, starting this. Drop the top, pockets high, bumping in this. Be as to get it right, don't take it and twist it. Every night, I'm taking it twisted. Don't like it cause I'm banging it twisted. And twinkle and glisten. Ride beat bubble, you can call it with the feel. With the platinum grill, the platinum beat, the platinum tape, the platinum wine, and the platinum.
Tyson said this a fight that is meant for him. He's very excited about it, says his strategy is no different for Golota than anyone else. Not worried about low blows, saying they don't hurt if you have a cup, and doesn't think Golota brings anything to worry him in the ring. His trainer, Tommy Brooks, thinks he'll destroy Andrew Golota. How pivotal is the first round of Tyson?
The first round is key for both fighters, but especially for Mike, because if Andrew Golota can hit Mike, hurt Mike, push Mike back a little bit in the first round, Mike's got a whole new thing to deal with. He's got to deal with a guy who's going to be here and is prepared. If Mike gets his thing going early, this fight is done.
With that, do you look for him to come out swarming, trying to take Golota out expeditiously, or will he look to rough him up, take him out of his game, make him do something foolish?
Mike never looks to let anyone get outside the first round. He looks to take it to you and put what he calls the big hurt on you. He looks to put it on you as often and as early as possible.
All right, let's check the numbers as we go to the tail of the tape. Tyson turned 34 in June, 2 years older. Big 5-inch height advantage, 7-inch reach advantage. Golota at yesterday's weigh-in, as mentioned, Tyson 222, Golota 240. And the key Michigan rules for this non-title fight. The standing 8 count is in effect. 3 knockdown rule is in effect. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell except in the final round. If an accidental headbutt occurs before the end of the 5th round, the fight's ruled a technical draw. If it happens after the end of round 5, they go to the scorecard. So here at the Palace of Auburn Hills, better than 16,000 on hand, ready for the main event. Mike Tyson versus Andrew Golota. The official introductions from our ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Palace of Auburn Hills here in Auburn Hills, Michigan. Michigan, as it's time for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by America Presents and Hearns Entertainment in association with Main Events, Fight Night Inc. and SET Showtime Event Television. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the Michigan State Athletic Board of Control. The chairman is David Sebastian, vice chairman Dr. Michael Sherman. Now introducing to you our three judges scoring the bout from ringside. From Clarkston, Michigan, Rosemary Grable. From Hale, Michigan, Bernie Teachout. And from Troy, Michigan, Brad Wright. Now introducing to you the third man of the ring, the referee in charge. From Lincoln Park, Michigan, Frank Garza. Fight fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. A heavyweight showdown scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the Palace of Auburn Hills, it's showtime! Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing white trunks with red trim, fighting out of Chicago, Illinois by way of Warsaw, Poland. He weighed in at an even 240 pounds with a record of 36 wins, 4 losses. He has 29 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the WBC number 9 ranked heavyweight contender, introducing the hard-hitting Andrew Golota. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, really needing no introduction the world over, entering the ring wearing his traditional black trunks and hailing from Catskill, New York. He weighed in at 222 pounds with a record of 48 wins, 3 losses, and 1 no contest. He has 42 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the youngest man ever to capture the world title, the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the one and only Iron Mike Tyson. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Frank Garza, now to give instructions. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in this our main event of the evening.
Only the chief second in the box are in the ring. Everybody else has to be out. Only the chief second. Only the chief second. Only the chief second.
Going on here now, Bobby. And somebody's got to make their way to the center of the ring.
I personally think it's ridiculous. I think the referee's waiting for everybody to get out of the ring, except for the chief second, which are the trainers, and the fighters themselves.
It's a familiar sight of Tyson pacing like a caged tiger, and already, before the fight starts, Frank Garza has some punch.
I can see Mike's belly button right there, and that's going to be the line. So anything on his trunks or cups, I'm going to consider a low blow. His is up a little high. His belly button's right there, so I'm going to give Mike right here that red line. You got it? Okay. We already went through all the directions in the dressing room. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
Any questions in this corner? Okay, gentlemen, let's do it right. Touch them up. May the best man win.
Garza looking to take charge from the outset. 21 of Tyson's 42 knockouts in the first round. Fastest KO 30 seconds with Marvis Frazier. Second fastest 37 seconds. Robert Collet the third. His last fight 38 seconds. Lou Savage. Golota, stand-up boxer, big right hand, deliberate yet busy. Looks to wear you down, but will he be around long enough to find out if he can? Can he keep his composure on this record? Here we go.
Golota looks a little soft in the belly too, Steve.
Tyson quickly looking to get in on the inside. Using the head movement. There's a straight left hand right on the nose. A right hand by Tyson. Another overhand right by Tyson that got Golota on the head.
Golota's holding his cool pretty good right now. Maintaining, just trying to get that jab, trying to get through this first round.
Tyson, as usual, comes out swinging. Backing Golota up. We haven't seen Golota's right yet.
Golota's standing, you see his legs, he's a little stiff. And he's looking at, looks like he's looking to load up the right hand, and you can hear his corner yelling for the right hand, but he looks really tight. Not working behind the jab. There he started to throw it.
Let him go. Vibrate.
Golota definitely more skilled than some of Tyson's recent opponents.
Vibrate.
He is big.
I'm watching it.
He is a big target, and Mike's got a lot of man to work with in front of him. He's throwing some big body shots. Golota not throwing any hard punches at all.
Tyson looking to resurrect his aura of invincibility.
Golota's not really using any of the leverage either. He's staying too straight. He's not bending. He's not using that height and that reach. He's slapping a lot. He's still afraid. Nice right hand.
By the left by Golota. And then a right uppercut. Blocked by Tyson. Here's the left jab by Golota. That scores. Misses
Off his head. Off his head.
Chopping right cross.
He's tapping a little bit. He's not really unloading using big shots.
Break. Let him go.
Golota
Don't push.
has yet to feel the extreme impact, the power of
Okay,
Tyson.
step back, both of you. Step back quickly. Step back. My break.
That's on the big wide right hand.
Okay, no wrestling. No wrestling. Let it go. Keep it clean. No wrestling.
We approach the final 30 seconds.
Get him up, Andrew. Get him up. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Cut left side of the face over the left eye of Golota.
Nice right hand by Mike over the top, too. Again, working that cut.
And a left hook to the head by Tyson.
Off his head. Off his head. Nope. Nope.
Referee's doing an excellent job, Steve. Slow-mo from the other side. Oh, and you can see the shockwave sent to Golota's jaw and chin. That is just a beautiful right hand. But he got it quickly.
Deep breath. You gotta fight. Show your punches fast. Come on, let's go.
Didn't take long for Golota to feel the power of Tyson. Golota down to 247 in round one.
No, watch your head. Watch your head.
Connecting with a devastating right. Tyson all over Golota.
Golota doing some boxing and weaving a little better than I thought he could. Maybe might miss a few shots, but you can see there's some fear in his eyes. He's felt the pain.
Jumping on Golota here to open round two. Wanting to end it right here.
Break. Step back.
Golota holding on the inside a lot. He learned to hold you. Tie him up on the inside.
My break. Off his head. Off his head.
Okay, my break. Golota down here
man. He can't work in just coming with the big power shots because Golot's learning real quick. You better hold on to this man. See, Mike, stop throwing your jabs, not working his way in. You need to stuff that big jab.
High break. High break.
Mike Tyson looking to move 240 pounds into position for the final knockout.
Nope, that's it. Step back.
To approach the final minute of the second round.
Okay, watch your head. Watch your head. No punching. No punching. All right? Catch him up.
Not been the storied left hook.
You're doing a good job. Let's keep it that way.
But the overhand right just missed with that overhand right.
And he had bad intentions all over that one, Steve. That was a Hail Mary. Throwing the pass for the end zone.
Okay, step back. Step back. Step back. No punching. Step back. Step back.
Mike's got to work in behind the double jab, which means it'll stop him from holding him so easy. See, Golota slapping here. He can't hurt Mike with that. He's going backward and still punching. Feet are off balance, not planted, not delivering, turning his hips and shoulders in. Not going to hurt anybody with that.
And he seems fearful to throw his right hand, but fear of what might be coming back.
Andrew, get him up. Right break. Right break. Get him up. That was an accident. You okay?
Mike's showing these little branches here. That big right hand got all souped up.
That was an accident.
He's not bobbing and weaving behind the jab. He's bobbing and weaving, but not behind the jab, which is allowing Golota to tie him up, Steve.
You're missing it with that right hand because you're looping it. Throw it straight. You're catching. Real relax. How you feel? Real relax. Check this out. Show him that just like we worked on in the locker room. Show him that jab and step on it. Okay? Step to the right, fire right. Real relax, Mike. You heard him?
Obviously, Tyson has to get inside. Here it comes, trying to get inside. But as soon as he does, look at Golota. He's going to hold on for dear life because he's been hurt.
What are you doing? You fucking do this. You're going to disgrace this young. He quit. Andrew, what are you doing? Last second, the bell's going to ring.
And he said it a little more colorfully than that, Steve. I'm telling you right now, Soto's excited, he's upset, and I'll tell you what, it was a better round considering the first round was on his but you won't know until you taste the power of a puncher like a Tyson, a puncher like a Tua. What you have inside you, and now we know Andrew Golota will not deal with it. Not deal with it well.
And you hear the crowd reacting.
I said I'd be real surprised if this got into round 4, and I was not wrong.
Somebody just threw something in the ring that splattered all over us. The Golota corner is just distraught with this decision by their man, Andrew Golota. He wants to get the heck out of here. He's coming near us now, gets away. People are throwing things at him.
They're throwing popcorn, soda, beer, everything that they can.
Unbelievable sight here at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Golota being escorted off as fans throw things at him after he quits at the end of 2 rounds. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's hope this doesn't really get out of hand now. It's getting very ugly here now as they hustle him out into the back area.
Listen, I'll tell you what. You want to go down and go out on your shield? Okay, but I cannot buy quitting. Well, it's still okay. The second round was a better round for Golota. He got to Mike a little bit, tied him up, was starting to do what he wanted to do, get to the 4th or 5th.
Put my leg back on.
An outrageous display of cowardice by Andrew Golota.
Go.
Let's get it over to Jim Gray.
Mike has decided to leave the ring. We're going to go back into the locker room and try and speak with him then. Ice is pouring out. There's been a lot of coins thrown into the ring, and I just think that he wants to leave before the situation becomes any worse. Steve, we'll run back to the locker room and see what happens there.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. As Mike Tyson makes his exit. heading back towards the dressing room.
One of the cameramen just came over and whispered in my ear that right after the first round, he asked his corner twice, please stop this fight. I don't want to go out there anymore. Please stop this fight.
And Al Cerro kept screaming at him, you're going to win this fight. You're going to win this fight. And Golota got up on the stool to get Cerro's
styles
attention.
make fights. Golota never had a chance to win this fight. He doesn't have the defensive skills or the real agile mobility necessary to offset what Mike's doing, and he never hit him clean.
I agree with you there, but do you take your shot? Gutless, heartless, you take a gutless approach like that?
No, you take the shot. Listen,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is the business we've chosen. You don't cry about it after the fact.
We still haven't had the official announcement. The enigmatic career of Andrew Golota rages on. Let's go over to Jimmy Leonard Jr. now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been ended at the beginning of round number 3. Golota refusing to enter the combat at round 3. Referee in charge, Frank Garza, stops the contest. The winner by way of technical knockout, Iron Mike Tyson.
A referee didn't respond pretty much well as he's supposed to.
But you're a warrior, Andrew. You're a fighter.
But
But you're a fighter that the crowd pays.
I got dizziness in my head. That's it.
What made you dizzy? Was it that first knockdown? What about the knockdown? Did you really recover from that knockdown at the end of the first round?
Actually, I was just sleep. You know, I hasn't been hit very well. You know, just I was sleep on the down, and then that's it. I stood up.
What do you say to the people who are driving home now, the people who spent the $49.95 for the pay-per-view, the people who were rooting for you, your fans and boxing fans all over the world, at this great and grave disappointment to the sport?
Listen, boxing is a very, very difficult sport, you know. And I'm sorry for all my fans, you know, who count on me, you know. I just didn't know they have my day today.
Andrew, do you want to fight again? Do you want to continue with the sport you've been in since a very young man, since a young teenager?
I have to give myself very, very heavy thought, you know, about it. So I don't know. I have a reputation as a dairy fighter, you know, and this particular reason, you know, somebody headbutt me, you know, and just, you know, and nobody took care of this, you know. He didn't have hard warning, you know.
All right, a very distraught and upset Andrew Golota, as are most people.
Well, that's what one Mike Tyson punch will do to you. That's very scary. After Friday's fight, Tyson now a perfect 37-0 all-time in non-title bouts with 33 knockouts, including 18 of the first round variety. We're going to send you out right now